What is going on, my YouTube friends and my Patreon friends, all my REN friends, all my Chinchilla friends, man? We got a party happening. Said I wanted to do a live one, and I know that most of like REN's performances are live, probably because like they're like theatrical. It's like theater almost more than it's like music, which is like super dope, super dope. But I want to see them on a stage, man. I want to be able to break this stuff down. I want to see what they get up to. I don't know how much like intention or purpose is behind like microphones and equipment and stuff, but I'm gonna put my piece on it anyway. So let me have a sip of my coffee. Appreciate y'all being here with me. If y'all want to join me on Patreon, I got a link in the description box. I also have a PayPal link if you want to send me any requests. I don't want to make it about that though, man. I've been having lots of fun with the REN stuff specifically, and like Chinchilla, man, is badass. Like it's so dope. So how to be me? I can just imagine where we're gonna go with this. Let's watch this. 7B's cool. They've done it twice. I'm gonna talk about it. So when they do the who, I don't know, the melody was who, and then it's got the cathedral, the fade, the reverb, and it fills right up to the end of the bar. And when they sing over it, when they're singing, it doesn't have it as dramatically. So they would have added that in intentionally, man. That was beautiful, beautiful ear candy. Check this out. It's there. It's definitely there when they're singing, but I don't think it's as dramatic as when they stop. And I do think it's coming up when they stop. I don't think that's just like that because they dead stopped, you can hear it. I do think they brought that up, man. That's dope.
I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom
The fear baptized me? Wow.
baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me.
Chilling, man. It's just like the way that he describes his experience is chilling. And it's like there's two things. I want to make sure I use the right language here so I don't talk over myself. From a singing perspective, it feels like he's fighting to hold his larynx low, which in my opinion, it's given the vibe. So like there's like a style of singing or like a technique you can do, and it kind of feels like you're crying a little bit. And I'm not talking like 80 or like 90s, early 2000s punk where it sounds like they're whining, but like it's got this break to it. Like when you're trying to talk, you're trying to have like an intense conversation, you're like bawling or you're holding back sobbing, and it's got this break to it. And to me, it feels like he's just tired. He doesn't want to cry anymore. And forcing or like fighting to keep his larynx low keeps him kind of in control of that, because it gives you this like darker kind of overtone or this like tonality of your voice. I guess it's not even an overtone. It's just like, it's almost like if you imagine like the opera versus like say just like a rock singer, let's just say, for the two extremes, right? Pop singer even. So he's almost like taking more of the operatic approach, which you have to have like firmness, you have to have like stability, and that's when he's doing that and he's got this like kind of cry technique happening. It like, to me, it just makes it feel like he's tired of crying, man. Like this is tough and I'm done with it. Like I can't give you any more tears. Like it's just, there's something about like, that's where like the theater comes in. Like for me, it's like, it's so dramatic and it's so well emphasized through things like technique. And I don't know if that's intentional or if he just likes the way that it happens in his voice, or just like likes the way that it sits in the moment. But man, it's doing something for me. It's doing something for me.
Oh, I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me.
See, and then this section, I'm pausing lots, man. This section, they have those same breaks where the reverb was carrying over in the intro, and there is reverb there, but it's not brought up as much. So that just kind of reaffirms, in my opinion, that they actually automated it in the intro to build the intro, to build the intro. And then this part, this is just the natural reverb that they have on the voice, but I love it. I love
it. Is I forgot how to be me.
There it is again.
I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, follows me, follows me, and it suffocates me.
That was such a great round too, man. Like the back and forth, how they didn't fall on top of each other, but they ended at the end. Fantastic, man. Like the writing is stunning. These are cool microphones, man. I got my 7B up here. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. But I'll talk about that after. It's really stunning for the capture, man. They're killing this. And like no ears, no nothing. They're just feeling off each other's energy. Like it's just unbelievable.
Suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. Hallelujah. Where is my God? Where are you? Hallelujah. Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah. When I don't know how to be. Hallelujah.
Wow.
I forgot how to be me.
See, he's keeping that low larynx position that whole time. Like in some of those notes, it's like this, oh, like it's got so much like oh to it. And she's got this like very delicate, but like still intense and like emotional. But it's this raised larynx position, man. And like the two just play so nice together. And like I was even thinking about this, man. Like for Ren to find someone to do this with, like if he was gonna be full time with someone, even it would probably have to be someone like Chinchilla, man. There's probably not a lot of artists that could keep up with like what Ren is up to, right? Like it's so neat. It's just he's carving his own lane, man, and it's dope.
When he gave up the fight, a quick decision late in the night
Drive.
that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
Wild, man. Wild. Animals coming out soon too. Killer performance, man. Like these two are on something special, both of them. Like they've got such a uniqueness. It's like the extreme of their uniqueness is what matches. If that makes sense, man. But like the 7Bs are dope mics. You see them in everything. You see them like every podcaster has them. It's basically an SM57. It's basically a dope instrument microphone with a large diaphragm. So it captures a lot of like how I create the word, it gets caught. Like if you imagine like information, like you have a large spectrum of pickup to get all that information, and then you have someone as dynamic as Ren or Chinchilla, and like you want to be able to capture all that. You don't want to lose anything like the top, bottom, whatever, right? Like you don't have emphasized color in a lot of places. And people will argue that a 7B has, like bottom end is like pretty hefty. But they're just dope mics, man. And like you can bark at them, you can be as loud as you want, and they almost just start to sound better. So the more and more he leans into it, the more he starts creating that emotional intensity. I just think that the more that microphone will pick it up. Like, and there's a lot of other things that go into it too. Like the guitar amp, it sounded like he was playing his guitar through like a little amp on the side. Like the acoustic guitar wasn't the emphasis of it, right? But the vocal being like just, it needed to be perfect, man. And they killed it. And them singing that close too, you have problems. If you have like a hypercardioid, like a condenser microphone, now I'm gonna start getting Chinchilla's voice in my microphone. You're gonna have phasing issues, or maybe not polarity issues, but definitely phasing issues on the playback side of it, right? So again, like having an extremely dynamic microphone that's arguably quiet with a large diaphragm like that is just like, it's so cool for such dynamic voices. For sure. I love this, man. I love this. This journey has been a blast. This rabbit hole has been exciting. Y'all make it a blast, though. Y'all make it a blast, man. I can't wait to see what y'all think. Let me know if there's another live one I got to check out. I got to get back into some of the story stuff from Ren as well, but I do want to supplement with some of the live stuff because it's my bread and butter, man. It's my bread and butter. All right, my friends. Have a great day.